Tonight in our monastic reading, we were looking through the biography of Swami Vivekananda that was written by Swami Nikhilananda. And there's a song which is in the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, and you've probably heard it sung before. But this is the first song that Ramakrishna heard Narendra sing, and of course puts him into a divine ecstasy. And the song is beautiful, so I'm just going to read it and then just highlight some of the thoughts that I liked about it. Let us go back once more, O mind, to our proper home. Here, in this foreign land of earth, why should we wander aimlessly in a stranger's guise? These living beings round about, and the five elements, are strangers to you. All of them, none are your own. Why do you so forget yourself in love with strangers, you foolish mind? Why do you so forget your own? Mount the path of truth, O mind, unflaggingly climb, with love as the lamp to light your way. As your provision on the journey, take with you the virtues hidden carefully. For, like two highwaymen, greed and delusion wait to rob you as you walk your way. And keep beside you constantly, as guards to shelter you from harm, calmness of mind and self-control. Companionship with holy men will be for you a welcome rest house by the wayside. There rest your weary limbs a while, asking your way, if ever you should be in doubt of him who watches there, if anything along the path should cause you fear. Then loudly shout the name of God, for he is the ruler of that road, and even death must bow to him. Just a beautiful metaphor and parable, really, about our journey to realization of knowing our true nature. And this idea of our self being confused with the body and mind. He says, you know, here in this foreign land of earth, why should we wander aimlessly in a stranger's guise? Meaning parading around as a being, as a human being in a body with a gender and an age and an expiration date and all of those things. Why have you fooled yourself into thinking that this is what you are? He says, nothing here belongs to you. All of these beings, seeming beings around you, all of them composed of these five elements, this material world. How did you get into this delusion of falling in love with strangers, something, and completely forgetting your own? He says, mount that path of truth, that path of integrity, and with love to light the way. Now why? Because love is of your nature, and by following its guidance, you'll find your nature. You'll see that you yourself are that love. And he says, take your virtues to protect you on the way and hide them carefully, you know, that they might not become decorations of ego, but to hide them carefully, and they will protect you from greed and delusion, greed and misunderstanding. You know, once you believe yourself to be this body-mind, your judgment is off. You make choices according to the needs of body and the different conditions of mind, and you get lost. And so these virtues. Now, virtue is anything that leads us toward oneness. You know, vice is anything that takes you into the multiplicity, that requires the multiplicity for its manifestation. Whereas virtues are things that bring around that harmony, that oneness, that one without a second. He says, as guards to shelter you from harm, calmness of mind, because time-space causation, this whole illusion is conjured in mind. And so by calming the mind, withdrawing the sense of I from the mind, detaching, as it were, through discernment, and then with self-control, follow the implications of what that detachment suggests. You are not the body, you are not the mind. So with that self-control, withdraw yourself from the control and the demands of body and mind. And then last, he says, companionship with holy people with whom you can converse and get your instructions, get renewed, that they are for you a rest house along the way. And that if you're ever in doubt, go directly to the divine. Call out loudly to God. If you're afraid, if you're confused, if you're lost, because he is the ruler of that land, and even death must bow to him.